What's up, savages? My name is John Harry, the executive assistant to the BEARABLE, and in this video I'm going to show you how simple FlareFinance have created experimental finance, my strategy, and ultimately I hope this motivates you to learn even more about FlareFinance. Not from me, but from the experts Patty XRP and Mickey B Fresh. Let's roll that intro. So, as I've already alluded to, I'm not going to do a breakdown here. I'm going to leave it to the experts, Patty XRP and Mickey B Fresh, links below. Instead, I'm going to show you how simple it is what I do day to day on FlareFinance using experimental finance, which will be rebranded to Songbird Finance in January. But in the meantime, let's dive into a nice little screen share and let's see what I do day to day. So, on another Zoom call with myself, on the Dflr wallet app, this is how I use FlareFinance. Using the links you can see that I've bookmarked here, and again, all these links will be in the description below. The reason why I bookmark them, well, it just makes it a whole lot easier. I don't have to copy and paste the links. So what I do is I come to Discovery, have all my links ready. At the moment, I have Songbird in my wallet, and assumably you will too. So I need to go to Flarex. I remember this as Flare Exchange, okay? So I accept the risks that I know are inherent using a D app, and I connect my Songbird to Flarex, okay? When you come here, you'll come to the liquidity pool. I don't do that just because it's too high risk for me. I know we're in crypto, but you'll see when you go through the videos below from Patty XRP and Mickey B Fresh, all the variables. I'm showing you, in my opinion, the safest and most predictable way to earn as much Dflr. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap my Songbird into Canary dollars, the stable coin on the platform. You want to be careful not to swap all your Songbird like I did the other day, because you'll need some Songbird for transaction fees. So here we've got 3,892, so we'll do 3,853, so 99%. Oh, that should have updated. Let's get rid of that. Let's zoom out. As you can see, I'm still getting used to the user interface. There we go, perfect. So let's move it a little bit more. Excellent. Swap Songbird for Canadian dollars. Hitting OK. Going to sign that transaction off. So my strategy leading up to the xfl airdrop in January is to earn as much Dflr as possible, because when the Flare mainnet goes live and FlareFinance then goes live with its other products, because at the moment we've only got 3, I'll be swapping my Dflr into yFlare. Again, I'm not going to explain all that. Why? Because I know my strengths and weaknesses. The videos below will definitely help you understand the importance of earning as much Dflr right now on this experimental platform. So now I've got Canary dollars. I'm going to bring them over to Flareloans, okay, by tapping the top left and go over to Flareloans. And I'm going to connect my Songbird wallet again. Okay, now on Flareloans, there's a few things you can do. What I'm going to do is I head over to the stability pool. I'm going to deposit my Canary dollars, all of them, okay. This is providing liquidity on both sides of Flareloans, okay. There will be people who will be taking out collateral loans against their Songbird to in exchange for Canary dollars. I'm doing it on the other end. I'll be providing my Canary dollars, and that will be going into the stability pool. Okay, we'll let that transaction go through. So what's at risk here? Well, I'm at risk of losing some of my Canary dollars when loans are being collateralized. However, I get liquidation profits, and it sounds quite dark and cynical, but stick with me here. So when people's positions are liquidated and they lose their Songbird, I gain it, but my Canary dollars, I also lose them, as it keeps the stability in the pool. So when people are liquidated, I lose some of my Canary dollars, but I'm also rewarded in Songbird, and it works out where I just about break even. Okay, But I'm not really bothered about that, okay? I want to get as much Dflr as possible before the Flare mainnet goes live. Because I want to swap that into Yflare, and I want to swap my Yflare into Yfin, which is the governance staking token, on the governance pool to get risk-free 5 to 35% yield. So now I've staked my Canary dollars in the stability pool. Now every 24 hours what I'll do is I'll come back to this page, and I wish I could do like a little time lapse. Here's one I made earlier. And I'll withdraw every single day, regardless. I'll withdraw my rewards. Sometimes I have 0 Songbird because no liquidations have occurred. But on average, with about 1,000 Canary dollars in the staking pool, and I've been doing this for about 3 weeks, I earn about 0.7 Dflr, give or take, every single day. Then what I do with my Dflr is I put it in the Dflr staking on Flareloans. Why? Well, there's not a lot more I can do with my Dflr at this point in time. You'll see within 24-hour period, this is the actual results. I've earned 0.3 Canary dollars, not a lot, and 0.1 Songbird. That's probably a transaction fee. Some days that's a little bit higher, and I'm not too sure why and how the mechanics of Dflr staking work. But again, Mickey B Fresh and Patty XRP definitely explain it in their videos. So once you've claimed your rewards from the stability pool, and you can see already, look, I'm earning Dflr as we speak. I'm then going to go over to Dflr staking, and I'm going to deposit my Dflr that I got the other day, and you can see 0.66, so I lied to you, I said 0.7. I'm going to deposit all 100% of that. Again, we've got enough Songbird to cover that transaction fee. We're going to sign that off, wait for that transaction to go through, and it's really key you don't come off the screen until you see successful transaction. And now you can see I'm staking 8 Dflr. When I deposit, it goes back to 0, but those Canary dollars and Songbird that you just saw have been sent back to my wallet. Rewards are received in the form of wrapped Songbird, and I can show you where they will appear. So then we go back to the home. I go to FTSO portal. So this is where you delegate, and if you remember, you wrap your Songbird into wrapped Songbird. And you'll see here, and I've got some claim as well from previous days. So I'm now going to swap that. And the reason being is because wrapped Songbird does not appear, nor can it interact with FlareFinance. But the Songbird you earn on FlareFinance gets sent back to you in wrapped Songbird. So we're going to do the maximum amount there. For some reason, that's not going through. Let's just go back. And sometimes this happens, right? You know, you have these interface and UI bugs because they're fixing it, right? They are still working on it. It's all experimental, and hopefully these will be things of the past in no time. So let's try typing in the amount instead and see if that works. Excellent. So let's do that transaction, and you'll just see this rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And what I'm showing you now is what I would do in 24 hours time, right? I would come back, I would take my rewards. Okay, excellent. And literally in 24 hours time, I would come back to the platform, go to Flarex. I understand, I could lose all my wealth. Connect my wallet again. Okay, I'm gonna hit the little hamburger at the top right. I'm gonna go to swap instead of liquidity. Again, we're gonna make sure that I leave just enough for transaction fees. And so this is what I do every 24 hours. Why every 24 hours is because I want to maximize my rewards. So the Songbird I take, I want to put that back into Canary dollars. I then want to come back over to Flareloans. I want to claim my Dflr. I then want to stake my Dflr. And that is my strategy in 2021, in December right now. Okay, this is going to completely change in January when we have xFi. I need to get a little bit more clued up. Will Dflr still be around in January? What will we be able to do with our Dflr? Will we be able to swap it in January? I'm yet to find out. But I'll keep everyone updated on my channel, and you'll see, again, already earning Dflr. We'll go through the same deposit process. And see, look, you can do this as many times as you want within a short period of time. Again, I'm just showing you the process from start to finish, from depositing to claiming your rewards, to then putting them back in. Okay, and so what that's done is when I've deposited again, it's gone back to 0, but that Dflr's come back to me, and I'll show you. Okay, so if I now go to deposit, you'll see, look, I've got 0.003, whilst before I had 0. We can deposit it again, as long as you've got enough Songbird. It's usually about 0.1 or 2 Songbird each transaction. Again, we'll wait for that pending transaction to go through, and she's done. And there you have it. That is my strategy right now in 2021. My main goal in FlareFinance is to earn as much Dflr as possible whilst experimental finance version 2 is live, because the value of Dflr is rumored to be more than Songbird, but my goal is to swap that into yFlare, so I can then swap my yFlare into yFin, which is designed to be a high value token, and of course the governance token for the official FlareFinance final product. So we have to go deep, we have to learn a new language, but look how simple the actual product is. Apart from a few, UI bugs when it comes to swapping, it's seamless, it's effortless. Of course, it's really important you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's why I really recommend all of you that after you've watched this and seen how easy it is for me to move my Songbird about into Canary dollars, my Canary dollars to earn Dflr, then stake my Dflr. And like, Jordan, what is going on? I want you to understand this is generational wealth right here. This is taking the market caps of the top 10 alts and many more, because we've got Y assets coming on board as well, and it's going to take them away from the exchanges and it's going to put them onto these decentralized applications where we're no longer putting selling pressure on the markets. Why? Because you'll put your F asset like XRP onto FlareFinance, you'll earn a Y token, yFlare, you'll turn your yFlare into yFin, and you could potentially live off yFlare, yFin. Again, Dflr isn't going to be around for long, you're going to swap that into yFlare. So this idea is Flare network, their ecosystem is really aiming to make sure the value, not in a sense gets locked up, but we unleash the value of our assets. In fact, I think that's their tagline. So please, 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 every single one of you watching this, you're going to ask me loads of questions in the comments. I'm going to refer you all to go follow and subscribe to the DeFi Standard. That's the YouTube channel of Mickey B Fresh and Patty XRP. They're the true experts. I bow down to them. They pass their knowledge on to me. I understand it to a proficient level where I can do it myself, but I hold my hands up and say, actually, this is really advanced and I'm not at a level yet where I can explain the inner workings. With time, I will, but mainly because I'll explain the inner workings of experimental finance and Canary dollars, and then FlareFinance launches. Songbird is then rebranded from experimental finance, and we no longer have Canary dollars. We may have Flare dollars, and things will keep changing so fast. So right now, I want to give you this really short, really practical video of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and motivate you to figure out why you should. And if you are already have a good understanding of FlareFinance and experimental finance version 2, now you can see and understand what I'm doing. And I like that strategy, Jordan. And I was using liquidity pools and I wasn't earning as much Dflr as you. Thank you for showing me that. So there's two groups here. One group, I'm trying to motivate you. The second group, you're already using FlareFinance. You're like, Jordan, you're onto something. Smaller risk, predictable rewards, and you're doing it every 24 hours. Super easy. You saw how quick it was, minus my talking, and you'll be able to do it a lot faster. So with that being said, family, pass this on if you've learned something new to someone you feel like could benefit from it. And the channel's growing. I've got some really exciting partnerships and giveaways coming. So I thank every single one of you for investing your time, because that's one thing you can't get back. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.